there's nobody. There has been no one among the sentient beings who achieved enlightenment. There has been no one, achieved enlightenment without hardships, without without those without practicing those three types of patience, definitely thinking Dharma, and then the patience with the enemy, and patience and the voluntarily taking the hardships to practice Dharma is the being the hardships to practice Dharma. So there has because delusion, I say, is not something born in this life. The continuation of the delusion, our delusion has no beginning. Continuation of our negative emotional thoughts, the delusions, the wrong concepts, hallucinated mind, do not have the continuity does not have beginning. So just like as said, give an example by Papanga Dechinampo in the Liberation Palm, that that's the raisin, the raisin sugar plant. Raisin or sugar plant. See, you put chili, sugar plant at the bottom. You put chili around, chili sauce. You put chili sauce. Very hot chili. Very hot chili sauce. So you put it just a few times, at the plant sugar plant, but it doesn't transform. It's you see, just like that doesn't transform into chili, or the chili at the chili plant. It's chili plant. See, there you put honey. You put honey there. Then just a few times. That doesn't make the chili become sweet. To taste like honey. The chili become honey. So to the function of honey. Chili to the function of honey. Anyway. So so I did like it, just just few days or a few months or a few years, doing practice, or even one life, whole life, one whole life. We see can't as the has been continued as a continuity of the delusion has no beginning. It's been our mind has been habituated to this, living with this, habituated with this, controlled by this, possessed by this, from time without beginning. So living with the delusion, so So how can you expect, to overcome or to cease delusion over a night, over a day, over a week, or a month? So we have to, as soon as Dalai Lama always, when soon as gives teachings in Dharamsala, for example, they usually talk, because the majority of the Tibetans were good. Then when there was, but then at the end, when there was, when as soon as, then maybe during the long life puja or something, then they soon as give some advice to Western students, and so the advice is, Westerners should not expect. So many advices, the essence, should not expect to achieve enlightenment or realization, so easy or in a short time during practice, to achieve, should not expect, should not have a say. That expression. Rona tung tung. Rona tung tung. Rona tung tung. So you see, no patience. No patience. So say, mind expecting, to happen very easily in a short time. There's no long, what do you call? There's no patience, There's obviously to practice for a long time to bear hardships, how many lifetime it takes, how many years, how many lifetime it takes, I'm going to practice planning, no patience. So it's not just to, so it's so should so as you say, to plan for, so anyway, I don't remember word by word, but even though it takes many eons, many hundreds of eons, even though it takes to achieving enlightenment, I'm going to do it. So plan to practice for a long time. Then this way, then definitely you will have success. Isn't that's quite common advice. To, when it gives after giving many days of teaching to Tibetan, then this is people advice to through the Western students. So however, like that. So we have to, like Sana says, so we have to think like that, do something overnight or something, during 1 month retreat or during 3 year retreat or something, then they suddenly overnight, you become enlightened. Some dramatic situation happens. See, some dramatic, like have taken LSD. I haven't taken LSD. We were given LSD. The 90s. I don't know which year. The time when explosion of LSD. Rosaramba, Third Eye, Astral Trip, and LSD, and along with that and the LSD, when there was explosion of that in the West, and then people coming to look for new life or spiritual life, of course, and India and Nepal. So those years, I'm not sure what was year. Anyway, one guy offered Lama and myself LSD. I don't remember who was that. Was it somebody who became a student? And I'm sure there was, maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe there was one tall American guy. Ngawang, huh? Wrong, Ngawang is never wrong. Whatever is wrong. I don't hear it now. Ngawang kid. Oh, you know. That's a long time ago, very long time ago. So I don't think anybody would know. But Messenger very clearly remembers. So I think maybe him and Shaw could be possible. He spent say Laudo for 6 months. 6 months when I was building the monastery. This Ngawang Ketu had a very tall body. So he spent so much money from Kathmandu coming up, came on the food, so spent so much money. So when he came up there, he ran out of money. You don't have any. So nobody had electricity, but he had electricity in his tent. Because the sun, what do you call the sun? Yeah, he has small piece. Solar panel, you see. So he put it over the tent. So he had the electricity in his tent. But looking very nice, He put tent and this table, kind of, yeah. So, I don't know, he might put the tent on the Laudo cave, on the rock, above the cave. But I think the Maitreya other people maybe didn't like put on the top of the cave. So anyway, so I think, so nighttime, you see, when he was sleeping, but his pillow must be this cloth, that makes noise, shoo, 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 So each time when he moved his head on pillow, the dog next to the kitchen barks. In nighttime, not in daytime, nighttime. But it's quiet. He said, I don't know in daytime he does that. The dog does that. But nighttime. So over nighttime, I think probably the dog takes more attention, I think, to protect him. So I think dog is very listening, I think probably listening what's happening around. So I think for protection, to protect Laudo, I think. So anyway, so he got very angry with the dog. Very angry with the dog. So he told me that thought came to kill the dog. Got very angry because the bad system, So he asked to move the dog, but to move the dog a little bit down somewhere, and I don't know. He asked, but I'm not sure if the dog moved or not. I think my sister kept the same place. Maybe, I'm not sure. So I think it was very upset, and the dog's house, the piece of wood put wrapped on the dog's caca, like this. And anyway, so I'm not sure whether it was moved down or not. I don't remember. So anyway, So he ran out of money. So then every night I do Tukjuma, Lauta Puja, for to prevent the obstacles to build a monastery, because I was building the monastery. So Lama advised to do that every day. So that I wasn't too lazy at that time. So able to do every day somehow. So and I think it definitely helped. So many pujas done. So the Dharma collected in the kitchen. Then Ngawang comes down. He collected from the kitchen the Dharma. Then bring the tent. He makes small cookies. Very small cookies this size, and brings to me. And but there's one, the geshe that I told you that from Sarache, who was first abbot allowed to ordain our monks. So Geshe-la never eat Sherpa food. She never ate Sherpa food. The potatoes, and they call it zen. That goes with the very smelly old cheese. So never eat Sherpa food or Tibetan food. So then, but Ngawang brings these small cookies from Dharma, the leper of Dharma. Geshe enjoys that. Anyway, so I'm not sure that they forget. I hope he's still alive. I'm not sure, but a long time ago. Then later he became a monk, and then I don't know what happened. So anyway, maybe him, I'm not sure. Gave 2 LSD, one for Lama, one for myself. So I don't know what happened afterwards. I don't know what happened. Yeah. It was in our room, but I don't know what happened. Later on, I don't know what happened with him. And no idea. Remember. So anyway, that's just a side talk. Anyway, I was going to say, yeah. So like LSD, it just overnight dramatic, they become enlightened or something. You see, so I shouldn't expect so they. So many lifetimes. We should plan for many lifetimes, many eons to practice. All the time to practice, no matter how long it takes time. No matter how long it takes time. No matter how long it takes time. No matter how difficult it is. So when the lamas give teachings the short motivation is that at any rate, I must achieve enlightenment for sentient beings. So at any rate, no matter how long it takes time, no matter how difficult it is, going to it. Means how much hardships one has to bear. I'm going to do it. Why? Why you make such a decision like this? Because even for your own case, until you achieve enlightenment, the quality of cessation is never completed. The work is never. You see the perfect Bangpa Punzo, Topa Punzo, the perfect cessation, abandonment or cessation, and perfect realization, completed realization. You see, so even your own quality doesn't get completed in, you see, until one is enlightenment. Or you can say works for self, but the perfect cessation works for others. The complete perfect realization. So even concerning for ourselves like that. The quality is not completed, So that, and then especially, you see, say, the main purpose of our life, objective of our life, is to free the numberless sentient beings from the oceans of samsara suffering and bring them to enlightenment. You see, from whom one received every single pleasure, comfort, all the collections of goodness from beginningless past lives, present, and the future. So that is the main objective of our life, goal of our life. And so there is nothing higher success in the life, in the existence to achieve than this. There's nothing higher success, greatest happiness to achieve than this. So the most beneficial, even concern for ourselves, most beneficial especially towards the numberless sentient beings. So there's nothing greater benefit than this to do, especially concern to others, the numberless sentient beings. Even to one sentient being, same, this is the greatest benefit what you can offer. So therefore, if you are aiming to achieve the greatest profit in the life, you see, if you want the highest success, so generally everyone like to have success, want to achieve happiness. Everybody, even the tiniest insect, same. So why not? So therefore, why not aim for everlasting? That never cease, never become suffering, or never suffering or pain, or never that which never that can be increased and always last. So why not look for ultimate happiness? Something greater, especially peerless happiness, full enlightenment, perfected, bliss enjoyment, nothing more to develop. So, complete the quality of cessation and realization. Why we don't look for it? To achieve that. So like that. So it is silly. You give up while you have opportunity to achieve that. Life is filled with opportunity to achieve that. Then you spend your life to achieve some small pleasure. You spend your whole life just to achieve small pleasure, few minutes pleasure, temporary pleasure. Even that is, if you analyze, you discover with your wisdom, Dharma wisdom, you discover it is only nature of suffering. If you analyze, you find it is only nature of suffering. But if you don't analyze, you see, letting the mind say, follow the ignorance, wrong concept. Then you see, looking at the pleasure, looking the pleasure of samsara, which is only nature of suffering. Then this wrong concept, ignorance. Then you see, then you see, if you follow only the ignorance, if you let the mind follow only ignorance, delusion, wrong concept, then you see, only believe, pure happiness, real happiness. You don't see it is, you see, doesn't see the suffering. So in the view of a hallucinated mind, ignorance, there's some such pleasure is that's a real happiness. But in the view of not suffering, and therefore then attachment rises and clings, grasps on that. Then that attachment ties. Then that attachment becomes like chain, tie oneself to samsara again and again, continuously. So they tie oneself, so that it's tie oneself to a suffering realm, samsara, see, continuously. Like the person carrying, naked body, the person carrying a, huge lock, one is with the fire, and fastened with a chain or rope, so put that on some backside, and fastened with a rope, so like that. So as soon as you don't break the rope or the chain that ties that big rock, one is to the fire and burning you, you have no 1 minute, second, real, there's no real happiness. That doesn't give any happiness, no peace. So constant burning, not without breaking this rope, that chain that ties, you with this big log, one is fire, and hot red. Then wherever you run, wherever you escape, on a mountain, city, beach, wherever one run, without breaking this chain, and then suffer, wherever what, so constantly suffer. There's no 1 second break from the suffering, so like that. So the attachment, grasping this samsara pleasures. So this that's what it does. Contains ties us to samsara. So this. So anyway, this pleasure then in the samsara pleasure in the view of wisdom, Dharma wisdom, and then you discover it is only suffering. That. A feeling which is suffering, the base, feeling which is the base, only suffering. And then, because it is smaller, unnoticeable, then your mind make up the label pleasure and believe in that, and then appear to your hallucinant mind as pleasure. Then attachment rises, clings on that. So this, base, the feeling with the base, label and base. You see, so feeling that which is the base is suffering, and label that is imputed by the mind is a pleasure. So that's just like that. Because, base, the feeling is only suffering, so that's why the pleasure, that's why more you continue the action of that. So another action, the previous action which developed the suffering bigger, pain bigger, suffering bigger. So that action was stopped, which being conditional creates that suffering feeling bigger. That action was stopped, so the suffering stopped from that suffering stopped from big. But then the second new action that you engaged, that you did, that immediately resulted not the suffering, but it's smaller, unnoticeable. So one also might make the label pleasure. So then, as you continue that action, then the happiness doesn't last, pleasure doesn't last. It doesn't last. So the pleasure doesn't last, and life doesn't last and doesn't increase. Doesn't increase. First doesn't increase, and even the pleasure, besides not increasing, hour by hour, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, month by month, year by year. Not only that it doesn't increase, but it doesn't last. That it doesn't last. So it only degenerates. See. So why this is happening is because if the pleasure is labeled on the feeling which is not suffering, then you see, then it can last forever. Then it can last it can last, and it can be increased. Like the Dharma happiness, it can be increased and it can be completed. But it's some side of pleasure. You can't say there's no way to complete. It's gone. Then again you try for, again it's gone. You try for, and it's gone. So no end. So never give satisfaction. So like that. Yeah. So, so it is said, I want to say this verse, this advice. I think, I don't know from which text. Dewa chungla chemisi. You see, if you are seeking for a small pleasure, then you can't achieve great pleasure. You can't achieve ultimate happiness. If you are grasping, if you are clinging on, small pleasure, to some side of pleasure, temporary pleasure, so you see, you can't achieve great happiness, the ultimate happiness, liberation from samsara, everlasting happiness, and then great liberation, full enlightenment, you can't achieve. You see, so Dewa chungla chemisi. That's very important to remember in our daily life. If you are practicing, if you want to achieve great happiness, you see, liberation, enlightenment, then if it is what we want, then we should, so even write down and put notice in the room, in one's room, or to remind all the time. So then we are able to keep our mind away from distraction, away from negative karma, away from meaningless activities, negative karma, away from distraction. So always direct your life towards big success, happiness, for the greater happiness, which is not suffering. So like that. Then also there's advice that experiencing pleasure, seeking pleasure. And the meaning is that seeking pleasure which results only suffering. So that should not do. Seeking suffering which results is only happiness. That one should do. So you see, bring hardships. You see, in the case of the practicing Dharma, now it's difficult. Now, you see, there are hardships, hot and cold, hunger, thirst, and you see pain in the body, whatever. You see, I say, the discomfort. You see, when you don't have much material possession, enjoyment, then there's there's discomfort. You see, so you let go attachment, and so whatever the hardship, discomfort, you see. So now practicing Dharma. So now difficult. Now you see difficult, but it has great future. But it has like sun shining, liberation from samsara, incredible. You see, achievement, happiness, and then full enlightenment. You see, now difficult. Now, see, now say, you see, being has, experiencing difficulties, see like that. But you see, but it has, that for Dharma practice, see what I'm saying here. Then it has a great future. You are able to be free from oceans of suffering or samsara forever, by completely ceasing the cause, the delusion karma, including the seed of delusion. You see, you're free forever from the sufferings. So sooner or later, you're able to complete this. Able to say, free from all the problems of samsara forever. Relationship, depression, anything. Sicknesses, free forever. This, from this one practice, actualizing path, present Dharma, actualizing path to liberation. You see, this one solution, one practice, one solution. It's like one medicine that stops all the oceans of samsara suffering or oceans of each realm suffering, and that ceases the cause. So like that, you see. So the other way, experience pleasure now. You see, experience pleasure, comfort, now, then future, great suffering. Future, no good, very heavy, low realm suffering. This few minutes pleasure, few minutes, few seconds, this, they say, so choosing now the pleasure, so give up Dharma, you see, follow delusions, choose the present, choose this moment, choose the pleasure. Then what result? Unending suffering, the unending, all the general suffering of samsara, in particular, the three law realms, most unbearable suffering. So about that, you see. So the difference like that. So that is what I was saying before. Nobody become enlightened without being hardships to practice Dharma, practicing morality, hardships to practice morality, to practice hardships to practice patience, all that thing. However, to achieve realization path to liberation and enlightenment, you see. So that. So if you want the greatest profit, ultimate everlasting ultimate happiness, especially full enlightenment, and liberated numberless and being from the oceans of samsara suffering and being with enlightenment, then we bear hardships now. We bear hardships now. We see it. Then this way, then there's great achievement as a result. I think path like that. So that, so therefore, anyway, we have to die until we complete the path where you can overcome death, where you don't experience animal death, suffering, cycle of death and rebirth. So until we reach that level of path, we have to die anyway. So why not die by practicing Dharma? You see, anyway, we have to die. So why not practice Dharma? Why not die by practicing Dharma? Rather dying by creating the karma, say, rather dying for samsara, rather dying, dying for, say, action of dying, dying that activity which is made karma, a result of all the suffering, lower rhythm. You see, we did that numberless times. We died for delusion numberless times. By listening to delusion, by following delusion, we committed suicide. We died working for delusion. We died working for delusion. We died numberless times. Even Buddha's omniscient mind cannot see the beginning. There's a number. Cannot see the number. So you see, we did that numberless times. So that because of that, through as suffering as samsara. So even we have to die by practicing Dharma, it's so worth. So worthwhile, you see. By doing newness, like that, or you see, being hardships to practice Dharma. Even death happened. Even death happened. You complete your life by you end your life by practicing Dharma. You complete your life by practicing Dharma. You did not end your life by creating karma. You see, creating cause of samsara. So that, so there's huge differences, on these two. So it's a great joy, even that happened by practicing Dharma. It's a great joy. So you don't get upon lower realms. You see, we die by practicing Dharma. So whatever the difficulties there, by there being hardships. So that, so being hardships to practice morality, So there are many other things. Working for other sentient beings, being hardships too for other sentient beings, no matter how difficult it is, no matter how much problem there are, how much confusion there is, difficulties, obstacles there are to offer other sentient beings, and to work for the teaching of the Buddha. They're working for that's being hardships of Dharma. So I say that here, even cause life damage, even that happened, but you died for other sentient beings, like the Bodhisattva, like the Bodhisattva died for other sentient beings, and that's best death. That's the best death, self. As soon as often says self-supporting death. So you see, you guided by yourself without need to help others. You see, at the time of death, and you died for the teaching of Buddha, to spread from where all the happiness of sentient being comes. So that all So you see, thinking this way, then you see your attitude is totally different. Your attitude is totally different. When there's difficulties to practice Dharma, when there's difficulties, when you have to be, when you have to be hardships to do retreat, to practice Dharma, you see, you have to be hardships to cause happiness to others, to work for others and benefit others, benefit teaching Buddha. See, with this attitude, you enjoy the hardship. You see, especially the hardship, you enjoy. It's great. You think it's great. It's a kind of excitement, or it's a great, such incredible enjoyment. You see, because of the benefit, being hardships to be a cause of some sort of the cause of the activities which are cause of lower realm. Then that's the meaning. So you see, result being hardship, result is only suffering. Only suffering. There's nothing good. There's nothing good there. And future is dark. The future is very dark. The future of the future life. The future is very dark, and inexhaustible, unending suffering. See, there's this praise to form jealousy, that's composed by the Deputy Tushi Rinpoche's root guru, Rinpoche Sangye. When he was over 15, there's very moving prayer. So I'm trying to remember one quotation that not coming in the mind. There talks about after that the suffer, incredible, being reincarnated in the Lord, incredible as a suffering, and then asking jealousy, you see, to say protect or something like. So after that, the verse after, the verses after that. That's what I'm trying to want to mention, but I could not remember. So I think the right meaning is it. You're born. You're born as human being, and then spend the life. You're born as human being, So the human being that was extremely rare, human body extremely rare to find. 신도 니가 지글레 멜루장 그래. 신도니가 지글레 멜루. 토바 되면 미세 두글라세. 토바 되면 미세 두글라세. 신도니가 지글레 멜루장 토바 되면 미세 두글라세. So somebody requests everything. I mindless. 宁愿到了，都去正解释。I the mindless one. Say, please look at me with your compassion eye. So this human body, 신도니가 지리미루장, the human body, which is extremely difficult to find, and so easy to be perished. Even this achieved. Even this one is achieved. But tobatame, but it's wasted. But it is wasted. Tobatame. Misedula says, spent human life. I said, the life is gone. The human life, the precious human life is gone by suffering. Tobatame, Misedula says. So, so the precious human lives finished, by suffering, by only suffering. So I think by only experience problems. You see. So I think why? Because only engaging in karma. You see, only instead of working for enlightenment, liberation, enlightenment. Even not happiness in life, just all the time seeking only this life happiness. This moment pleasure. Today's pleasure, this moment pleasure. Then that attitude, non-virtue, then all the actions, all the works become net karma. All the hard works, all the work become net karma. That is done in a whole life become net karma with that attitude. So, yeah, and then not only net karma, but so much life, and then so much hardships. Had to bear so much hardships for you to get this small pleasure. The aim is to get pleasure of this life. Comfort of this life. That bear so much hardships. So to to be survived. To be survived, no one must be so much hardships. One has to suffer so much to survive, to survive. You see, so to get comfort with this life, one has to bear so much hardships. Not only the need karma, but on top of that, all these hardships, exhaustion, all this, all this so busy, all this so much, bear so much hardships, difficulties, So life is gone, life is finished, human life is gone. Not only creating karma, meaningless action, but, experiencing the one after another problems, have hardships. Life's gone like that. Finished. Tabatame, metse dula, tabatame, metse dula se. So, if you look at other human beings who has met Dharma, who doesn't know Dharma, who has met Dharma, who doesn't know Dharma at all, if you look at them, this is exactly like this. Exactly what Fushi Rinpoche Guru, when he was over 15 years old, wrote this. So exactly like that. Let's see. What it is a rich what is very rich person, or what is a poor person, whatever business person or farmer, whatever it is like this, exactly like this, But all for rich people, all this incredible worry, fear. There's a wealth, but there's all this wealth, but there's so much worry, fear in the life. Really, can't really enjoy, no peace in the heart, no freedom in the life. So much worry, fear, so much expectation, so much worry, fear to lose the wealth and other people taking away, other people becoming richer, have all these things, and unable to become more rich. So, so much mental suffering. So much mental suffering. Then that affects the body. So then, as the people say, when you have so much worry, it creates cancer. So that's what I think those people who did, I think in the West, analysts, those who did research cancer, I think maybe they're saying these things. So how about when that affects the body? But that, So, in the West like that, then in the East, also like that. Look at, say, the people, say, the India or Nepal, the villagers, the people, they were in Nepal, like those, same, say, farmers, or the, whatever, rich or poor, whatever is the same. So, only constantly create karma, and then on top of that, being have to suffer so much, physical difficulties, mentally, the worry, fear, so much. And then one day, I say, continuing like this, continuing like this, same from year to year. Then one day, suddenly death happened. One day, suddenly the death happened. Life is ended by death. And then bodies, burned, put on the wood and burned. And that's it. And so, then all the need karmas that are collected this life and in the past lives, all this, then I have to carry it from beginning as a birth need karma, and then from birth up to the death time, all the need karma, all this heavy need karma, and there's not even one need karma is confessed or purified in the life. There's not even one need karma that is purified. You see, there's nothing. So everything becomes so powerful because need karma increased. But it's not purified, not confessed, like Vajrasattva practice like this. So the need karma, whatever it is created, it developed, it became doubled the next day and triple third day. So like this always increases. Even the need karma that is done, so all the time increases because there's no practice. There's no practice purifying with the Vajrasattva or purifying with the Enlightened Buddha. There's no such thing. They having the Dharma do not know these methods. So they didn't have karma to come to know these methods, to meet Dharma and to come to know these incredible, powerful methods to purify. So that's it. So they carry the mountains of huge mountains like size this earth, and negative karma. Each negative karma increased, become like that, size of mountain, size of earth, and have to go to raw realm. With all this negative karma by carrying on the mental continuum. Then not sure when that person, that sentient being can come back in the human realm, can't say when. Even just to be human being, can't say when it can be. After how many eons, can't say. So that, so it's a very, so it is a very, very, very sad life. Extremely sad life. So what is a wealthy person? What is a poor person? So like that life become like that. You see, finish like that. So how about? So here we unbelievable fortunate, most fortunate. Able to meet Dharma and able to opportunity to learn and to practice all these unbelievable methods, this Guru Yoga, all this, and especially Tantra, Guru Yoga like this. So pretty lot of things. So, but if you don't have the opportunity, if you don't practice, even we know intellectually, but if you don't practice, and spend life only in a distraction, same old life, same, nothing new, same old life that the one lived many years ago, same old life from past life. So life spent in distraction, distraction, attachment, anger, ignorance, jealous mind, all this, like that. Oh, then I say, unable to practice, unable to continue practice, then you see, then it becomes same even to us. What I described before, it becomes same also us. We become like that. Then life, become very sad. Then become, finished very sad. Like, then when one die, the day when death comes, on oneself, or the day when suddenly death happened. So you're going to die now. Then it's no time. I think that time they're like that. I should have, I should say, I should spend my life, all the time, only practice Dharma. You see, practice Dharma, what I've learned, the philosophical teachings, what I've learned, I should have practiced all the time, should live the life, only Dharma practice. I didn't do that. You see, I didn't do that. So that time finished, no time. How much one regret. I didn't do that. Crazy, whatever, I didn't do that. Always follow delusion and attachment. Become servant. One becomes servant to delusion all the time. Is that? So that time, you see, what if so nothing what you can do. Life is gone. Life is gone. You can't say. You can't go back. You see, if a lecture, if it's writing, then even you make a mistake, you can after some time you can cancel that. There, you see, but the life you can't go back. You can't go back and fix up that. You see, you can't go back and fix it up. So it's gone. You see, you can't go back and fix it up. So therefore, we need to be very careful in our decision making decision in our life. But be very careful. Always we should analyze and with Dharma, with the Dharma mind, with your understand, how you going to make decision, how you going to make decision, how you going to make decision in the life. How you going to make decision in the life? You're going to make decision in life with ignorance, or you're going to make decision in the life with Dharma, or with Dharma wisdom. You see. So here's the question: you're going to make decision with ignorance, or you're going to make decision with wisdom. So then that makes big differences. Here in the life, depending on how you make decision, with what kind of mind you make decision. So you see, you make decision in your life with Guru devotion. You make decision in the life with non-devotion. So the negative with the non-devotion thought, you make decision in the life. So there's totally different result. The other ones are harm. The other ones are benefit. You make decision in the life with self-realization. You make decision in the life with bodhicitta. You make decision in the life with the renunciation. You make decision in the life with the attachment. You see? So the effect where your life is going is totally different. The effect, the effect what you get is total opposite effect. One is harm, one is benefit. Only happiness. Other one's only suffering. So making a decision with the right view, emptiness, with wisdom, emptiness, things are empty. So with that mind, making decision in the life, or making decision with ignorance, believing things as truly existent. You see? There's different effect. What you achieve from that, from these two, different decision. So, whether you make the decision in the life, with the Dharma, say mind with Dharma, attitude Dharma, or you make decision in the life, we see, the eight-word Dharma, worldly concern, the attachment clinging to this life. So the effect and the result is total opposite. Other one is only happiness, other one is only suffering, from life to life. Other one is happiness from life to life. So they're like this. So whether your decision good or not good, what effect, life to life, you get happiness, suffering. So it depends on with what kind of mind, with what attitude you make the decision in the life. So like that, whether the decision is done in life with compassion, or whether you made the decision in life with a selfish mind. So there's totally different effect. And so one is only happiness to you and to others. Other ones are, only problem, open the door for the sufferings. So, so it's a, yeah. So coming back to the conclusion, and of the conclusion, coming back to the conclusion of the conclusion. Anyway, yeah. So, as I said, this Dharma practice. So, whatever one has to be a hardships, it's great. It's a really incredible joy, So so doing retreat, doing retreat, disciplining the mind, disciplining the body, spirit, mind. You see, so like that. So, you see, so enjoying, you see, but the discipline, enjoying the, I say, no matter how hard it's the body, spirit, mind, see, this is same practice in morality. One has to sacrifice, you see, looking for, attached to pleasure. When you're living so So you're able to continue your life living in the morality, vows, whether it's lay or whether it's ordained. So that involves giving up attachment to the seeking pleasure now, seeking pleasure now. This term, not seeking pleasure, the liberation enlightenment, but that one you need in order to achieve that. You see the desire to achieve that, longing for that. That one's only that one you need, because if you have that, then you will achieve liberation enlightenment. But here, as I mentioned before, the samsara pleasure, which is only natural suffering. So even that is not the future life samsara pleasure, but even the samsara pleasure is only the samsara pleasure of this life. So this very short term, if say even as pleasure, but very aesthetic, one regard as pleasure, but a very short time. So however, even if one didn't get to let go of the attachment from that, then you can't live in vow purely. It becomes obstacle. So it becomes obstacle. This attachment, thinking this life, pleasure, the samsara, which is samsara pleasure, a temporary samsara pleasure. So today, this moment pleasure. So samsara pleasure. So seeking what you are seeking is it. This one become most important. Then all others, happiness, future life, especially liberation from samsara enlightenment, become unimportant. Even you have studied, even you know this, you can achieve, but unimportant. So there's not much feeling, there's not much longing for it. What you're longing is this moment pleasure, there's samsara pleasure. See, there is samsara pleasure. So this become obstacle to have a realization, to achieve the path. The renunciation to this life, renunciation, the future life is samsara. See, so then one can't enter in the path. Because the renunciation is the samsara is the door to enter in the path of liberation. So you can't achieve those 5 path of merit, preparatory path, rising path, meditation, normal learning. Can't achieve all those realizations. Then cannot achieve liberation. So that's how it interferes. Looking for small pleasure, it stops all these realizations and liberation, total liberation, free forever from oceans of each realm, samsara realm suffering. So, and you are unable to achieve. So that same future full enlightenment. So, but if by seeking, but what you're seeking, is only liberation. Say, but what you're seeking happiness, what you're seeking, is only enlightenment. Only enlightenment, full enlightenment. Then, only what you're seeking is that. So then what you're practicing is only that. So as it meant during preparation time, letting the disciple, the motivation time, you see. So when you do that, then the liberation from samsara comes by the way. You achieve. While you're working for enlightenment, you achieve, by the way, liberation from samsara. You achieve that. By the way, you achieve all the happiness future lives. By the way, you achieve. Then, by the way, the happiness this life also you achieve. You have success or even this life comes by the way. Follow that. So there's not much feeling. There's not much longing for it. What you're longing is this moment pleasure. There's some sort of pleasure. You see, there was some sort of pleasure. So this become obstacle to have a realization, to achieve the path. The renunciation to this life, renunciation the future life is samsara. See, so then one can't enter in the path. Because the renunciation is the samsara is the door to enter in the path to liberation. So you can't achieve those 5 path of merit, preparatory path, rising path, meditation, normal learning. Can't achieve all those realizations. Can't achieve. Then cannot achieve liberation. So that's how it interferes. Looking for a small pleasure, it stops. It stops all these realizations and liberation. Total liberation, free forever from oceans of each realm, samsara realm suffering. So you then you are unable to achieve. So that then same future full enlightenment. So, but if but by seeking, but what you are seeking, is only liberation. Say, but what you're seeking, happiness. What you're seeking is only enlightenment. Only enlightenment. Full enlightenment. Then, only what you're seeking with that. So then, what you're practicing is only that. So as it meant during preparation time, letting the disciple, the motivation time. You see. So when you do that, then the liberation from samsara comes by the way. You achieve. While you're working for enlightenment, you achieve, by the way, liberation from samsara. You achieve that. By the way, you achieve all the happiness future lives. By the way, you achieve. Then, by the way, the happiness this life also you achieve. You have success or even this life comes by the way. Follow that. So I remember now. I think the quotation because I difficult to remember before. So so experiencing suffering for yes, I didn't remember what quote, but experience suffering for happiness. Experiencing suffering for happiness is a pleasure. It's a happy one, I think. So means experience being hardships. Now you don't experience comfort or anything. You see, you're being hardships for happiness, which life, or liberation from samsara, enlightenment. You see, so that is a habit. That's the pleasure. That's the happy one. Then experiencing pleasure for suffering, and then that is suffering. Experience pleasure for so means you see there was so now pleasure. You see, like say if I'm not practicing Dharma, you see, just following attachment delusion. Now pleasure is what attachment delusion is. That is now pleasure, but the result is on the long run. The long run thing what you achieve is what you experience on the suffering with samsara. For this one is on the suffering. So something like that. Then maybe as I mentioned the things rest say maybe tomorrow that say the one thing I left from yesterday, after you did the gektor, when you bring the Dharma gektor, when you take it out, when you dispel the sending away the interferers who do not like you to recite, to practice Dharma. With Dharma, sending away from this beyond, from this world. So when you do that, so you clean the room and the garbage, you see, also take it away, throw out, and all of that. So that's explained. So I didn't get meant to that one. There's another one, but I don't remember now. So, just to say, explain the blessing speech, and that's so first in the morning, they say before you begin sadhana or anything prayer, the blessing speech. So then also this way you get also the lineage. As I received this from Kirti Sensei Rinpoche.
It's page 10.
May have received from others, but I don't remember. I remember it from Kirti Sensei Rinpoche. So those who haven't received this teaching, who haven't received the lineage of this blessing speech, so this is a this is a instruction of great yogi Chungpo Nanjua, the blessing speech. So why important to practice the blessing speech is that it's mentioned in Law Tangpa that if you eat, because it is mentioned the Lower Tantra, while Lower Tantra, because the practice of Lower Tantra is a Kriya Tantra, many emphasize that outer yoga. So you keep your body pure. You keep your body pure, because the body is the vehicle of mind. So therefore, if you pollute the body, if you make the body impure, then it makes the mind impure. It affects the mind. It affects the meditation, to not have clear mind and so forth. Obscuring the mind, things that. So eating garlic, that it destroys the power of speech, destroy the power of speech. So for 7 days. So it means, if you chant mantra, you see, then there's not much power, because it destroys power of speech. So then the result of what you expect by reciting mantra, pacifying the sicknesses, spirit harm, the karma, defilement. So these things, you see, the result, these results, doesn't happen this way. Let's not say there's not much. It's not powerful. There's a powerful effect to happen. There's no powerful effect to achieve these things. If you do if you chant mantra for those successes. So then, onion, see, it destroys power of speech for 5 days. The radish, for 9 days. But I don't think it's Italian radish. It might be a French radish. I'm joking. Or Spanish. I'm joking. I think the radish. I'm not sure. I don't think it's any. I don't think it's any radish. Those small ones, see, you can buy in market. Those small ones, but I think this might be this radish big one has very strong taste, like we have in sulukumbus, big radish. There's another white one, small one, but this big one is very strong taste. And if you eat after eating this, it must be very gross food, my person. And then your body feels kind of it's a strong taste. And then you see when you have a gas. So when you have not a guest, not not when you have guest. When you have what was it to say?
Gas or gas?
When you have a gas, tongue. It is said sheep's tongue is regarded very harmful. It is mentioned. So here, tongue, serba. So I'm not sure what that means. So by eating that, it destroys the power of speech a whole lifetime. Destroy power for the speech power, the recital mantra destroys. So it says the animal so full, mute. Due to that, then if you eat the heart of that animal, it harms your wisdom. explained in the past, but some in the past, yogis or the high lamas. So, but if you do that, blessing speech in the morning, then it stops. It stops all these shortcomings. By eating this black food, these things like garlic, onion, also nettle sort of all this. Then you don't. So they cannot destroy the power of speech. Power the mantra. So then you are able to succeed. Whatever activity to achieve your reciting mantra, you are able to succeed. So I mentioned the benefit first, then I explained the meditation. So so also I think it helps. Like if you are, teaching Dharma, consultation, so your power, your speech is power. So there is more benefit, more effect to others' mental continuing. Also, to pacify the delusion, there's more power, so the others, they listen to you. So that. You see, sometimes there are people. This is not involved, during the practice of blessing speech. Some people, somehow they ask for something, or they express something. Then you see, somehow the other people very easily to obey, to do. But some people, no matter how much they explain, other people don't obey. They don't obey. They don't accept, or they don't do what you ask for. No matter how much you explain reasons, or no matter how much you spend time explaining, So they are like this. Some people, even they say few words, other people very easily they obey, they listen, they accept. So there's that's due to past karma. Due to past karma, you see, that this person power speech due to past karma. So that you see, when this person speak, that person somehow listens, but this person speak, the other person doesn't listen. Unable to listen and to reach. So like that. That's due to due to past karma, and also maybe this life. So person who lived life in truth, only thing when you see, like the Indian, the Brahmins, or they keep silence in all their life. That they don't talk, so they don't have tell lie. So the power is so much speech. The power, the speech is so much power. So if they make prayer, you see, their prayer has so much power, or have some success. Things like that. So, like you can say, by living the morality absolutely no containing lie, and it will give that power. Doing that in this life or past lives, you see, then you are spiritual with that power. So you say something, other people listen to you very easily. And to obey, and they will do it. Very easy to accept and to do whatever work you want the person to do. See, so there's also like that. So now, so the benefit of doing this meditation, blessed speech, and then it makes the power of speech very perfect. Then whatever mantra one recite, it increases 10 millions of times. It increases. So if you recite Vajrasattva mantra or Miktema, you see, it increases 10 million times. That. But when the Lama says to recite, when this commitment is given, 1,000 Vajrasattva or something, you shouldn't count this. You may be doing blessing speech every day, but that's not what the Lama means. That means to actually you should recite 100,000 times. So next one is so by eating those black food, negative food, your power mantra cannot be cannot be taken away. And then next one, the third one, from this quotation, and then you see, in the daytime, well, it can be nighttime. I guess means sleeping. So I think. Except when you're with me, it's different. So whatever you talk, you see, then whatever you say, the gossiping become recitation. It says not till there, but you share. So this is from the. This is talking about the benefits, but it doesn't mean you should gossip. It's not saying that you must gossip. It's not saying that. Again, should not misunderstand that way. You kind of fix. Like a session. You fix, like meditation session. You fix the time to gossip. It's not saying that. So anyway, these benefits are explained from this great yogi, Ketu Chungpo, from his teachings. Ketu Chungpo Kules, from that it's called Kur. I don't know why. So first things, it doesn't say here to judge oneself deity, but it might be good to judge yourself as deity if you have received great initiation at the Lord Tantra or Hashtanga. And then after that, do the blessing speech, If one can, because you have to generate into daily out by maintaining by purifying yourself in the emptiness. So every day, you see, when you begin the day, with this practice, so it involves first purifying emptiness. So you can do like this. Today the way you maintain on emptiness, says, each day you can use different techniques. So I don't mean every day, all the time, but how many different techniques you have where to maintain emptiness, where to lead it into emptiness, you see, to see emptiness. So today one technique, tomorrow different technique, next day different technique. If you have 4, if you have 5, if you have 6, 7, whatever, how many different techniques. So could that. And so I'm not going to talk that now. Here it will take a lot of time. So I'm not going to go through those different techniques of maintaining on emptiness. So whatever you have different techniques. So this is one opportunity to use for practice. Get done the meditation. So this is how you can use. This is one point where how you can use that. Of course, there may be other times you can do that. You can do in meditation on emptiness. Then you see, reach the point of emptiness, and then, then you see which one earlier in the deity. So, that. So maybe I mentioned at that time, not about the different kinds of emptiness. That is you see. So, but not only when you generate into deity here, but this means today, how I'm going to maintain emptiness like this way. So the next time you use the technique here, then today, how I'm going to maintain practice mindfulness this way. So you see it, it's together like this. You see, now whatever technique you use here, then that's how you're going to in your rest of the whole day. That day, you see, practice mindfulness and emptiness. So like that. So this way, I mean, it just means as much as you can. You see, that anytime you can remember, or with any situation. You see, with any situation, especially, in the situation of somebody praising, somebody flattering you, praising you, then the pride coming, the endangering oneself. You see, somebody praise you, then pride, this delusion rises, then endanger you, you need karma, obstacle for achieving liberation, enlightenment, you see, realizations. So, or somebody criticizes you, then get angry, disrespect, whatever you see, then get angry. Yeah, you see, so like that, you see, so things like that, especially in a situation where it's a delusion, your enemy, delusion arises, it's a danger. Then it arises, rises and controls you, destroys your liberation enlightenment, creates suffering of samsara, law rhythm, so that destroys merits, that you put so much effort to practice, meditate, destroy it. So things like that. So especially those times, so either bodhicitta or the two main practice, emptiness, two main practice upon lamrim, bodhicitta and emptiness. So out of them, so if in case of emptiness, like this, then especially those times, especially those situations, you see, remember, before delusion arises, before endangering oneself, destroying oneself, so that apply them meditation, the emptiness. So there. It is said by Bodhisattva that the Tonglen Sangpo, who composed the 37 practice in this very epic teaching, as Tonglen Sangpo said in his said teaching instruction, 진능 템버메지 칭매장 또매 잠라 진능 템버메지 칭매장 또매 잠라 가다 민가지 I don't remember what about, but the last two one is saying, let's see. So anyway, thanks. I think that at the beginning there might be this word. 도장이마 도체 첩배수. Might be there. So when your stomach is full of food and warm sunshine, there's warm sunshine. There's dodang. Your stomach is full of food. There's warm sunshine. Then that time, that time is form as a religious, religious person form. Because when stomach, when you have no problem, means expressions. When you're not in the, when you don't encounter problems, the things okay. Your stomach, your stomach is full of food, then sun shining, relaxing. So then, you talk about, you talk Dharma, you talk Dharma, like how I'm doing now. Talk Dharma, and then talking about how it, whatever appears is non-truly. Whatever appears is non-truly existent. So how much you talk about this, telling people, whatever appears is it's here, Dhamma, non-truly existent. So saying the words, you see, so talking so much to people is like how I'm talking now. So, but you talk like so much to people, you see, but when somebody comes along and praise you, somebody criticize you, and somebody praise you, and then just you see, so somebody, somebody say merely say nice thing, praise the word. These few words, the way it's arranged, you see, praising. So just which is just only word, you see, and then somebody is not talking at the same time, but it's not like so happen like this, then somebody, other one is somebody criticized, which is not just mere words. Then just mere words, just only words, but it affects to our mind. See, and then you see, then you like attached. You like this person will praise you. You like the praise. You like Buddha. You like the praise. Then you like the person. You dislike the criticism, because then you dislike dislike the person criticized. So happy, unhappy. It affects your mind. You become happy and unhappy. Then so then I don't know about the word, but what last word? So then that person who so easily affected by what the people say, then you see that person. See, it's far. See, the middle way. Tawa, the right view. Right view. You see, in the emptiness, right view is far away. So, Tawa chosen, not even close. The Dao, something I don't know the word. Chosen, so usually Madhyamika, middle way, emptiness, see, it's far from that. You see, far from that person's mind, not even small. There's not even small part of that chosen Mendao. Not even small part of that. You see, emptiness. Can I say? Yeah, right. There's not even small part of that. You see, say to the person's mind, not even small part of that. So what means that time person doesn't think. Other times when there's no problem, so person talk a lot, the everything's empty, this and that, you see, the say, you see, yeah, what is Lamrimo, what is philosophy, you see, there's so much, but then, when there's some situation happens, somebody prays, then we see, or somebody checks to the person, oh, you don't, then somebody go check, spy, check how the person, and this I'm just, it's not, I don't think it's saying that, the teaching, but I'm just saying, whether this person really meant to, really, practicing from 3 points apart, right? So then you praise, see how the person, you praise, see how the person, what's the reaction, and then you go there, criticize. And this I'm just giving an example. Then you see how the person reacts. You see. So, anyway, what is it? Yeah. So as Thomas Samba said, if you do like that, to say, if the just people's words, affect so easily affect, then that means you're not practicing. Up in a year, life become up and down. You see, then that means you're not practicing lamrim, the right view. The right view is very far. You see, not even a small part of it. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, I'll say this. Yeah. Yeah, it can finish good. So I go for refuge to the 3 rare sublime ones. Konjo sumla defushija. Dola penji sangje shows. Yeah. Then say maybe general bodhicitta motivation, to receive the all transmission of this for the benefit of all members. Konjo sumla defushija dola penji sangje shows. May achieve enlightenment and not benefit for all the transformation groupings. Then 3 times recite that. Then you see yourself become so you do need visualize deity, the Buddha comes here. So yourself, you see, clarified in deity. Above your tongue, above the tongue, there's Then is transformed into moon disk. On that, there's Om in the center. White Om. Then outside of that, there's Ali. The vowels, see Ali, white Ali, circled towards the right. It doesn't mean circling. In the past, sometimes, there's misunderstanding when we do the deity's mantra, visualizing at heart. So people, some get missing the mantra circle. There is a visualization mantra circling, but usually it doesn't mean that. So anyway, so so like this normally say. So so this mundis, so the so this has a mundis mouth has to be very big. I'm joking. Anyway, I'm joking. So anyway, so there's Om. There's Om here standing, Om. So then the vowels, you see, Om, the Om, I, U, Ri, Li, E, O, Swaha. So you see, his Om facing this way, the front. Then there's Om, Om from here facing to the center, Om. here, facing in. So that is facing inside, not facing outside. Om facing in. So Om A E U. So that see Swaha that. Okay. Then outside door. So that's white. Okay. Then the red curry, the consonant. Then same thing here. The third row, you see. There. That Om. There's Om here. Behind the second Om, you see, facing in. The Om. Then there. Da ta ga ga na. Za 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 ga nya. Da ta da da na. Da ta da da na. Da na. Da ta da da na. Ba pa ba ba ma. Yara lawa. Sha ha sa ha ja. Swaha. So that's under that's from left. So, in circle, you see, from left. That is. Then outside of that, the blue the heart mantra of dependent arising. So that is again. So here Om. When you have Om here facing inside, you see. That's the last one. So Om. Yeah. Ye Dharma, hetu prabhava, hetunte kentata gato, haiwata, tekenza, yoni rota, evampati, yo. So you have to stop that. Tekenza yo, you have to stop that. Ni roda, evampati, Mahashama na ye swaha. So you have to stop. Otherwise, if you say yoni roda, if you recite, Omayada yoni roda. So if you read straight, it has totally wrong meaning. It has a totally other meaning. Yoni. If you say yoni. I think there's a small booklet from Palman Lotsawa, great translator of Tibetan Lama, Palman Lotsawa. A small booklet, how to read the Sanskrit, the mantras, the letters. I don't know. It seems I don't know when in the books, and then the Indians they recite Omane Peme Hum. But in that book it says Hum. That book is how to read the mantras. The different syllables, how to make a pronunciation. See. So that is I think I was like yoni. If you say yoni, then it has a total wrong meaning, like something that stop the female organ, something that you say unique, something that it has totally different kind of meaning. So you have to stop. They can say yo, stop there. So it is explained that so each syllable, each the vowel. When you recite the vowel, you recite 3 times. When you recite consonant, 3 times. When you recite the Tendelingen book, said the dependent arising heart mantra, the 3 times. So that So then the say, that so from the vowels that you see white nectar beams immediately fill the whole body, then purified fill the whole body, purified laid karmas of purified laid karmas, collect negative karmas of the body, alternate karmas of body purified. Then from the consonants with the red, then they say red nectar beams immediately fill the whole body, then purified alternate karmas of speech. Then from the band arising heart mantra, the blue one, and blue nectar beams immediately fill the whole body, purified alternate karmas of the mind. So that this is according to I think maybe one garden triba the reason to number about the solemn one girl. This is according that according to this Lama's text, I think. So the syllable om and then the guidance of mantras beams immediate. Then we hooked. You see, blessings and powers of the holy speech of those who are beyond from samsara, and those who are samsara beings. So all those Aryan beings who are free from samsara, including Buddha, so that then those who are samsara beings, such as the like the sage, as I mentioned before, who has actualized the words of the truth, who has a densik juba, tangsong densik juba, the sage who has actualized words of the truth. And then yogis like that. Yeah. So all this then in the form of the three, the vowel, consonant, and the heart dependent arising heart mantra in those, and then the perfect, the king's reigns, the 7 kings of reign, and add auspicious, add auspicious. So in this aspect, hood. Mm. Mm. So hood are absorbed. The say, to say, the say the syllable or the mantras. Say, moon disk throw, yeah, absorbed to all. Then, then after that, the dependent arising heart mantra absorbed to the consonant. Then the consonant mantra absorbed to the vowels. The vowels absorbed to Om, which is in the center. Then Om absorbed to the moon disk. Then before you see, before the moon there was Ah. Then there became moon. You see, so then the moon became Ah. Then this Ah, you see, melted in the eye melted into three nectars, white, red. This is not this white, red nectar. The silver art melted in nectar, white, red nectar. Then absorbed on the tongue. Then think the tongue became nature of the Vajra, indestructible. So for that thing, you see, any food, unable to destroy the power of speech. See, the tongue become indestructible. That nothing can destroy. That. Then. All the Bodhisattvas, then the sage, the Tangsun, the yogis, they all the power, blessing of the speech, all absorbed, all absorbed to my speech. Say, they say, the tongue, all absorbed, my speech become, say, all absorbed my speech become perfect. Say, a power, as a perfect. That. then you see, thing becomes so powerful. So when you speak, when I speak, you see, that it can, I say, that able to tame, that able to immediately tame other sentiments in mind, immediately able to tame, pacify, immediately able to pacify delusion. You see, that, and able to accomplish instantly the, you see, the say able to complete your work. So means other means the other sentence being listened to, and they do. You say, and they say, attract your wishes immediately. So that can think of that. So here's the verses. You want to to the verses. You see the from Kaju. I saw the in the text, the daily life practice. It says, may my sense of tongue receive all the power of the of those who have gone to the bliss, means Buddhas. By the power of the glorified word, means your own word, may it subdue all the sentient beings. Whatever I say, may all the works be accomplished. May all the purpose or may all the works be accomplished. Yeah. But, so even want to recite sort of like prayer, things like that. But I have mentioned what I explained before, just to generate strong faith. Yeah. After that, then say, we see at also there's also there's also this meditation to do then maybe we can do some lamas that for yourself being clarified in the deity at your heart the syllable Hung, then you see, then you visualize those mantras around on the one disc, you see. So the syllable and the daily mantra around, and outside of that, then the three other mantras, the vow, consonants, and the heart, dependent arising heart mantra. So you recite, the deity which you have visualized that mantra, then there's vowel, consonants, dependent arising heart mantra. Then think I received the blessing. So normally if you're you see, especially when you're doing you can do that in even daily life after you finish, sadhana, reciting mantra, or especially during retreat, when you count daily mantra, that you see. So if you recite, here it says, whatever virtuous action you did with the Buddhist mind, at the end of the session, if you recite the vow, the dependent arising heart mantra 3 times, then whatever mantra you recited will be accomplished. So this is Nagarjuna, the great master Nagarjuna's heart practice. This is so end of the session. You see, when you finish the reciting mantra, when you stop, you see, then you recite this 3 times, the vowel consonants, the dependent as heart mantra. So that helps the mantra become mantra. The mantra become very powerful and able to. So whatever purpose you are reciting mantra, see, and then it brings success. But it becomes very powerful. Whether it's healing or whether it's pacifying, increasing, controlling, wrathful, that. So I did just the prayer. This commentary is done. I don't know. I like a bit of me and I'm swa maka da na da na pa ma yara la washa sa just swa ne so me da ma to bravo it ne kada da yo da 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 yo ni ro da ya but ma so ne so ha ne so sa na tong se je je ne ma de so na chen dong na so da pun so ge se ji da je da ja na ba te me de ne ga da ya mi de ne te ma je na ma chi da ai ge te ga ma de se dun do je na shen do jo so so part of the blessing the practice of blessing speech which makes extremely profitable makes life meaningful and with so many benefits of life and whatever mantra we want to recite in that day it increases 10 million times like that. So essence, it makes it easy to achieve enlightenment like that. So you can read it in English, the Lamrim prayer from this left out from this morning.
Page 77 in the combined Jocha Namachapa practice. Through the proud having made offerings and respectful requests to you, holy and perfect pure Gurus, supreme field of merit, I seek your blessings, saviors, and root of well-being and bliss, that I may come under your joyful care. Practicing Guru Devotion in the 9 Attitudes, page 78. I am requesting the kind Lord Root Guru, who is more extraordinary than all the Buddhas. Please bless me to be able to devote myself to the qualified Lord Guru with great respect in all my future lifetimes. By realizing that correctly devoting myself to the kind Lord Guru, who is the foundation of all good qualities, is the root of happiness and goodness, I shall devote myself to him with great respect, not forsaking him even at the cost of my life. Thinking of the importance of the qualified Guru, may I allow myself to enter under his control. May I be like an obedient son, acting exactly in accordance with the Guru's advice. Even when Mara's evil friends and the like try to split me from the Guru, may I be like a Vajra, inseparable forever. When the Guru gives me work, whatever the burden, may I be like the earth, carrying all. When I devote myself to the Guru, whatever suffering occurs, may I be like a mountain, immovable. Even if I have to perform all the unpleasant tasks, may I be like a servant of the king, with a mind undisturbed. May I abandon pride, holding myself lower than the Guru. May I be like a sweeper. May I be like a rope, joyfully holding the Guru's work, no matter how difficult or heavy or burden. Even when the Guru criticizes, provokes, or ignores me, may I be like a dog without anger, never is humble. May I be like a fairy, never upset at any time. To commit a glorious and precious fruit, please bless me to be able to practice in all my future lifetimes. May I be able to myself by reciting these words aloud and reflecting on them in your mind, you will have the good fortune to be able to devote yourself correctly to the precious Guru from life to life in all your future lifetimes. If you offer service and respect and make offerings to the precious Guru with these 9 attitudes, even if you do not practice intentionally, you will develop many good qualities, collect extensive knowledge, and quickly achieve. Page 81. Realizing how this body of libertism does, this foul one is difficult to explain, is easily lost. I seek your blessings, but take the essence, make it worthwhile, and not be distracted by the meaningless affairs of this life. Aghast at the searing laser suffering of their arrives, I take heartfelt refuge in the 3 precious gems, and seek your blessings and eagerly endeavor to practice the various means of abandoning which abounds misfortune and accumulated virtuous deeds, violently lost in its ways, delusion and courage, plagued by hordes of watery denizens, the 3 countries, and seek your blessings that allow the complex longing to be free from this monstrous notion of boundaries. Having abandoned exacting existence as a pleasure, I seek the blessings and I take the treasure of Arjuna, practicing 3 life, and thereby to hold. Having considered how all these pitiful beings have been my mothers, and have raised me in kindness, I seek your blessings of love and affecting compassion, like that of the mother for her precious child. There is no difference between myself and others. None of us wishes even the slightest suffering. Realizing this bliss and joy in others. This chronic disease this giving rise to my unsought perceiving this, I seek your blessings to blame, purge, and destroy the monstrous demon of selfishness. The mind that cherishes all other beings and must secure them in bliss is a gateway leading to infinite virtue. these beings even should rise up as brief infantile beings, they were only for their own ends, while Buddhas work solely for the welfare of others, with a mind understanding distinctions between the failings of one and the advantages of the other. I seek your blessings to enable me to equalize and exchange myself with others. Since cherishing myself is a doorway to all torment, while cherishing my mothers is the foundation of all that is good, I seek your blessings to make my core practice the yoga of exchanging self for others. The 8 verses of Thought Transformation, page 85. Determined to obtain the greatest possible benefit from all sentient beings, who are more precious than a wish-fulfilling jewel, I shall hold them most dear at all times. When in the company of others, I shall always consider myself the lowest of all, and from the depths of my heart hold others dear and supreme. Vigilant, the moment delusion appears in my mind, endangering myself and others, I shall confront and avert it without delay. Whenever I see beings so wicked in nature and overwhelmed by violent negative actions and suffering, I shall hold such rare ones dear as if I had found a precious treasure. When, out of envy, others mistreat me with abuse, insults, or the like, I shall accept defeat and offer the victory to others. When someone whom I have benefited and in whom I have great hopes gives me terrible harm, I shall regard that person as my holy Guru. In short, both directly and indirectly, do I offer every happiness and benefit to all my mothers. I shall secretly take upon myself all their harmful actions and suffering. Undefiled by the stains of the superstitions of the 8 worldly concerns, may I, by perceiving all phenomena as illusory, be released from the bondage of attachment. We'll go to page 89, the Tonglen. And thus, perfect, pure, compassionate Gurus, I seek your blessings, all karmic deaths, obstacles, and sufferings of mother beings, may without exception ripen upon me right now, and that I may give my happiness and virtue to others, and thereby invest all beings in bliss. And thus, perfect and pure, compassionate Gurus, I seek your blessings, all karmic deaths, obstacles, and sufferings of mother beings, may without exception ripen upon me right now, and that I may give my happiness and virtue to others, and thereby invest all beings in bliss. And thus, perfect, pure, compassionate Gurus, I seek your blessings to all karmic deaths, obstacles, and sufferings of mother beings, may without exception ripen upon me right now, and that I may give my happiness and virtue to others, and thereby invest all beings in bliss. Should even my environment and the beings therein be filled with the fruits of their negative actions, and unwished-for sufferings poured down on me like rain, I seek your blessings to take these miserable conditions as a path, by seeing them as causes to exhaust the results of my negative karma. In short, no matter what appearances arise, be they good or bad, I seek your blessings to transform them into a path, ever enhancing the 2 bodhicittas, through the practice of the 5 forces, the quintessence of the entire Dharma, and thus to enjoy solely a blissful mind. Whatever I occasion to meet, I seek your blessings that I may adapt it to my meditation by the skillful means of 4 applications. May I render this life of liberties and endowments infinitely meaningful by practicing the advice and commitments of thought training. In order to rescue all beings in the vast seas of existence, I seek your blessings to become adept in bodhicitta through a pure, selfless wish, as well as by love and compassion, conjoined with the visual technique of mounting, giving, and taking upon the breath. I seek your blessings that I may eagerly endeavor to put into practice the 3 Mahayana moral codes, and to restrain my mind stream with pure bodhisattva vows, the single path journeyed by all victorious ones the 3 times. I seek your blessings to complete the perfection of generosity, through the guideline teaching of enhancing the mind that gives without attachment, namely transforming my body, wealth, and collection of virtues over the 3 times into the objects desired by each and every sentient being. I seek your blessings to complete the perfection of moral discipline, working for the sake of sentient beings, enacting virtuous deeds, and not transgressing the bounds of the pratimoksha, bodhicitta, and tantric vows, even at the cost of my life. Should even the myriad beings of 3 realms, without exception, become angry at me, humiliate, criticize, threaten, or even kill me, I seek your blessings to complete the perfection of patience, not to be destroyed, but to work for their benefit in response to their harm. Even if I must remain in the ocean of aeons in the fiery hells of Ishi, for the sake of even just one sentient being, I seek your blessings to complete perfection, joyous effort, to strive with compassion, to supreme enlightenment, and not be discouraged. Having abandoned the false dogmas, station, I seek your blessings to complete the perfection of concentration through a samadhi's single-pointed placement upon the nature of reality, which is of all things devoid of truth. I seek your blessings to complete the perfection of wisdom through the space-like yoga of single-minded placement upon ultimate truth, conjoined with the tranquility of the bliss in Jesus, and by discriminating wisdom, analyzing deceptions. I seek your blessings to perfect samadhi on illusion by realizing how all outer and inner phenomena lack true existence, like a mirage, a dream, or the moon's image on a still lake. Samsara, nirvana, while cause and effect, I seek your blessings to restore. And thereupon I seek your blessings that I may cross the ocean of purpose, through the kindness of my navigator Vajradhara, by holding my vows and words of honor, the roots of all powerful attainments, all dear and loved. I seek your blessings to cleanse all stains of ordinary appearance and grasping, through the first stage yoga of transforming birth into 3 bodies, so that whatever appears may arise as a deity. I seek your blessings to actualize in this life the path of unity, a clear light in the illusory body that arises from placing your feet in the 8 petals of my heart to the very center of my central channel. Should I not have completed the points of the path at the time of death, I seek your blessings that I may be led to guided through the instructions of my 5 forces, or by the forceful means to enlighten the Guru's strength. In short, I seek your blessings, my Savior, to be cared for by you. Become your chief disciple. Savior is from all the auspicious. It's alone on temple and ultimate wishes without exception. But it will never be seen. So we can just go to the Maitreya mantra on page 99.
Purpose of reciting Maitreya Buddha mantra were added here is for 2 purposes. Because reciting Maitreya Buddha mantra, one main benefit is that anybody who hear, no question reciting, but anybody who hear the mantra Maitreya Buddha, then navigated reborn in the lower realms, that's one thing. And then, when the Maitreya Buddha descend in this world, then that time Maitreya Buddha will look for you. However, then you become the first disciple of Maitreya Buddha and receive teachings and prediction from Maitreya Buddha, your enlightenment. So that means able to achieve enlightenment during that time. So that's the equal. So if one doesn't get enlightened during Buddha time at this time, then it gives chance to become enlightened during Maitreya Buddha's time. Right? That the other one is then it also helps prosperity, success, and then by hearing this mantra, one get reborn as 1,000 lifetimes. I think one get born, I think, as Wiltern King, like that, and then it helps to engage, to live in to always engage in 10 virtuous action, to be able, engage the 10 virtuous action. So it's very important. So like that. So it's very important. So when I check what mantra is best to recite for animals, so as soon as it comes out, the Maitreya Buddha mantra is one, very beneficial for animals. So that's same being. So the other one, that normally what the benefits I mentioned. The other one is as it helps for prosperity. So second reason to recite is for quickest success. Able to construct as quick as possible the statue, trying to feed Maitreya Buddha in this world, and continue as it is, and to be most beneficial for the sentient being. Cause all the sentient beings to purify their innate karma so easily, and to correct extensive merit so easily, and able to transform their mind into able to fade the Dharma Sangha and bodhicitta. So in that way, everybody live their life with bodhicitta, realization. So everybody live their life only benefiting each other, no harm. So nobody experiences war, famine, disease, torture, poverty, sicknesses and dangers of fire, water, air, earthquakes, all the undesirable things that they don't experience. So they have a perfect peace and happiness, and then to complete path each enlightenment as quick as possible, and to receive all the fundings for this without delay by second. So so this reason, so at the end of near the end, then before the dedication, to recite the Maitreya Buddha mantra 7 times. So that's the purpose. Namo Ranadaya, Namo Bharavate Sagamuna, Tadayadaya, Arahate Samanya, Sambuddha, Yada Oma Anzete, Abaharanzete, Azitenzaya, Raramed. Awaloke de agara garama samaya asiri ambara da beza mara yema kam samaya bode ma bode so oma moye ma moye so Muni Muni Mara So Namo Rana Daya Namo Bhagavate Shakyamuni Tathagata Arahate Sanya Sambuddhaya Ayado Manjete Avaranjete Ajetendaya Araramede Avalokete Akara Masamaya Sedim Bara Buddhe Mendaveda Mara Ema Samaya Buddhe Buddhe Soa Om Yema Soa Muni Mara Soa Namo Anadaya Shajamunaye Tathagata Desamanya Buddhaya Yada Anzete Avaranjete Azitenzaya Aramede Avalokete Karakara Masamaya Azitim Baramba Mambode Mendabeza Mara Emagamai Samaya Bode Mambode Zoa Muye Zoa Muni Marazoa Namo Ranataya Namo Bhagavate Shakyamuni Tathagata Arahate Samanya Ayata Anjete Avaranjete Anjete Hara Mede Avalokete Agara Maya Samaya Sadim Baram Muli Mendavik Varamar Hayam Agamaya Samaya Bodhi Soa Muye Soa Muni Mara Soa Namo Namo Bhagavate Shajamunaya Tathagata Desamanya Nadayo Mantite Anjite Avaranjite Azetendaya Hara Mede Avalokete Nagarama Samaya Siddhim Barama Menda Beza Mara Emagamai Samaya Bodhi Zo Muye Zo Muni Maraso Yenamodaya No Mario Yesterday Kadaya Buddha Ada Anjed Ajatandaya Haratamede Avalokete Agara Samaya Siddhim Baramba Mambode Mendabeza Marama Emagamai Samaya Bodhi Mambode Zoa Muye Zoa Muni Marazo I'm sure 7. Oh, it's 7. 6 or 7. No, 6. It's a very long one. Oh, this is a very long one. Many hours. Namo Ranadaya Namo Bhagavate Sajamunaya Tata Gataya Arate Samyamam Buddhaya Tayada Mohanzide Anzide Avaranzide Ajedenzaya Aramede Avarogede Kara Gara Mahasamaya Siddhi Baram Baram Buddha Menda Beza Mara Mara Yama Kama Samaya Bodhi Bodhi Mam Bodhi So Moye Moye Ma Moye So Moye Muni Muni Ma So Dedicate.
Page 101. Whatever white virtues I thus created, I dedicate as causes enabling me to uphold the holy Dharma of scriptures and insights, and fulfill without exception the prayers and deeds of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 3 times. So this next verse, there's a version that Rinpoche does, which is slightly different from the one you got in the book. Actually, it's quite different. And so I'll just read it out. Due to all the merits accumulated by myself, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and all sentient beings, may I myself, all the members of my family, all the members of this organization, and all sentient beings. Now it carries on. Never be parted in all our lives from Mahayana's 4 spheres, and may we reach the end of our journey along the paths of renunciation, bodhicitta, pure view, and the 2 stages. Through the excellence of whatever white virtues there are in samsara and nirvana, may all those wishes for us to be free here and now from all misfortune and hardship, and thus to enjoy good peace and perfect celestial treasure.
Documented.
Okay, Tibetan.
What do you say? Buddha Sapa was that?
All the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and all sentient beings.
Or what?
All the merit accumulated by myself, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and all sentient beings. May I myself, all the members of my family, all the members of this organization, and all sentient beings.
But before that is on the to this merits the other 2 time Buddhas. The 3 time merits called brown, so the 2 time holy past business Buddhas and Buddha and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas all their activities, the prayers to be succeed and dedicate all these merits to preserve all the transmitted teachings or the scriptural teachings and the realizations, the teaching of Buddha. So next one is so oneself, one's family members, all the students benefit to the organization, to develop their lives to the organization, to service to sentient beings, teaching Buddha, and all the rest of the sentient beings may we never be separated away from the four Maya and Dharma wills. So when we talk about the how making the life highly meaningful, so they say what one can achieve, with this perfect human body. See, so there are things like what what we achieved next slide. I guess there could be also in this slide, I think. That doesn't happen only next slide, but anyway, depending on what it is. So according to Nagarjuna, so the things to be achieved next life, like the 8 Namingi Denje, the human body having 8 ripening aspect qualities next life. And then according to, say, I forgot one, Basubuntu, I think, and then there's another one, the 7, Turiki, and then doing the dancing. The human body, the body of the happy transmigrated being, which has 7 qualities. And then there's according to one, remember 1 point. Then Basubuntu achieve, I think, the 4 Mahayana Dharma wills. So, next life, you see, to be successful, attaining realization, practice Dharma. So, in this life, making prayer. So, next life to be successful. So, since one makes prayer to achieve this human body having 8 ripening aspect qualities. In this explain so with each one, what you can do. See, that's Lama Tsongkhapa emphasized. If you achieve that, then you can make big progression in the exercising path. So I think there's a lot. I've forgotten which one did that. 7, human body having 7 qualities, but this one, I think, but do that. So to never separate away. So all the so all this benefit of the one of the all of us and all the rest was intended to never separate away from 4 Mahayana Dharma wills. The reliable holy being, so the perfect qualified virtuous friend. That's the first, of course, the most important one. So to be in the right environment and not harmonized to your practice is the environment, family where you get reborn, and culture, everything. So, I mean, the whole environment, place harmonized. You see, not obstacle, but harmonized to the Dharma practice. The exercise path. Easy to receive help. You see, for your Dharma practice. Food, clothing, all the needs, conditions, and then also they harmonize the place. In the other one is if you do shine or something, the place or something, however conducive, at that, and then not harmful for your health, the place. And then the lament about having having completed prayer, prayer for good things to happen, to be able to have a successful practice, and then having collection merit for that. Then to be able to complete this, able to exercise depends power to stages and could achieve the Bhattacharya state of that oneself and all the sentiments. So, so what I'm saying here is that when we do dedication, we should cover every time as much as possible for others. Not only dedicate for ourselves, but we should always, as much as possible, include all sentient beings. That's the one main emphasis. Why how to say this here this part of dedication, was rewards of family members, all the student benefit of organization. So they all this for sentient beings. So everybody get a benefit. So everyone get benefit. So you see, we can manage this way. I jumped. Reach. Huh? Conjalo Santa Vichinde, Allah Donanda Sije Dula, Manjora, don't talk in the today, you phone it dog. Danela Maladola, I thought it was Lando. Silajo Nation didn't did all Lozan for the night. There was Java get all the best, she may get on the in there was a number to it in the albums of Allah. Oh, and the Boman did and their Janjo, I did on the Jose watches. Send the Jits and Dumbbells of Jivo, Jim in the Bone down. These are the past, present, future made is created by me, future made is created by others. May the Bodhicitta be generated with what's our heart, what's family member, all of us here. And all the student benefits organization, those we give up their life organization, doing service, and in the hearts of all sentient beings, especially may the Bodhicitta, the third term dedication, may be generated particularly in the hearts of everyone in this world. And third time, particular to the Bodhicitta, in the heart of all the leaders of this world. And then along with that, also the terrorists, all the people who create so much harm. So much violence in their hearts to be generated without delay in a second. And then who had genuine Bodhicitta, there was Bodhicitta to be increased, had to be increased. Even though it was already dedicated before in the Lama Chapa, but so it's so important. So we make again another strong dedication for this. Chanjo Sanjo Rinpoche Maje Banam Dejurjin Kewa Nyamba Mewa One Fondo Bewa Jo Chanjo Sanjo Rinpoche Maje Banam Dejurjin Kewa Nyamba Mewa One Fondo Bewa Jo Chanjo Sanjo Rinpoche Ma de ba na de juro je wa nyam ba me la ye ma me hong du be wa ru ka de ra we gu be de jing ma de pen dan de wa ma le jung le ne xie de si wa ten jian jia fu yi sha we se de ba lu de nyu la me Buddha Dhamma other gurus still alive, all the holy wishes or other gurus. Bande la me Buddha Dhamma Kanya ma yong la di di jung la da xie ma lue cao sa di zhan ne nyu do san de go wa xuan The other three Hammads were improved ballots. They made the mainland Chinese government, the top high officials, made the able to discover, realize the view towards Islam as totally mistaken, and realize that Islam is the essence of all Buddha's compassion, and totally devote and do exactly what Islam wishes, and invite in China and to give teachings, all the billions of people, and those billions of people enjoy the sun shining of the happiness of the Dharma and have total freedom in pure Buddhism. And similar in Tibet, so there's a total freedom there. Tibet have their contribution, and then it's a total freedom to preserve Dharma, spread Dharma, and then even more than before, even more than what happened before when they were independent. Then, and that way, then to spread and preserve Dharma in the world, to last, to say, flourish, say, very strongly in this world. That, and then and it's a nice contest guide for people and Tibetan people like that, to continue how say the freedom like that right before. So pray then. So to happen this as good as possible. These are the past, present, future made its great environment, future made its great brothers, once family members, all of us here, and all the student benefactors in this organization, as well as all the rest of the sentient beings. May we meet only a perfectly qualified Mahara Guru in all the lifetimes, and then every sentient being, every sentient being able to see the Guru only on Buddha from each sentient being side and personal side in all the future lifetimes, and to be able to do action only most pleasing the Holy Man's virtue friend from each side, from soul side, in all the lifetimes, and then so to be able to fulfill the holy wish of the virtue friend immediately by each side, from by one's side, in all the lifetimes. These are the state I made is collected by others, and I able to offer limitless kinds of benefit to sentient beings, teaching Buddha, by Lama Tsongkhapa, by having all the qualities within me, as Lama Tsongkhapa has from now on, in every second, from now on, in all the future lives, in every second, to be like that. To be like that. May I be like that? Did all the tea time is corrected by me, corrected by others. While it exists, that which is empty. That I, who is, while it is existing, that which is empty, who is empty. It's true. Lama Tsongkhapa's enlightenment, which while it is existing, that which is empty. And lead all the sentient beings while they existing who are empty. To that Lama Tsongkhapa's enlightenment, while it is existing, that was empty by myself alone, while it is existing, that who is totally empty. I did all the merits. So, I did all the merits. So yeah. And yes, all those people whose name is given, when name is given to me, that who died, and whom I promised to pray on those names given to me, who loved me, those who died, and including the numberless helpers, numberless animals. May they immediately get liberated from all these sufferings, reincarnate the Pure Land, where they can enlighten and or receive perfect human body by meeting the quality mana, guru mana teaching to make the achieving enlightenment as good as possible. And the all the third I made is corrected by me, by others, by my seeing sentient being sick or hear sick, may the cause back to them immediately get healed, and the actualized bodhicitta have most meaningful life. Then by my hearing a sentiment died or saw dead, cause those sentient beings immediately to be born pure and to where they can become enlightened. And the human beings, a sentient being is born human being, receive human body by law of the practice Dharma, may they meet properly qualified mana, guru mana teachings, may they achieve enlightenment as possible. So this is very important dedication, because we always see, we always hear people, animals died, died, and also we see dead. While we're driving in the car, we see in the road somebody died, killed, or or in the TV we see and we watch news and something. So we dedicate. So every day we dedicate like this, and then it's very helpful. So that covers everybody. So even seeing that they're dead, it has, you're seeing it has a benefit. But let me say, so that to do the marriage, to able to follow holy extend these Buddhist fundamental about that means I have to realize this. I did get all the merits in the same way 3 times Buddhists to get their merits. And the channel teaching Buddha, Puri Lama Tsongkhapa teaching may be spreading all over the world and for such way in this world by completely actualizing with one's heart, also family members as well, all of us here, and all the benefactors and so on, in everyone in the world. No, Chiji Jawo Songa, which was a number the was and Gaja, some of the ship. Kendia Mali, Zhao, in Dava, Jinji, from Deve, Sony, Latin, Jawa, Losan, and Java, Tamba, Yuri, Banjuro. Multiply merits. Recite the name Buddha's name mantra. Multiply each merit we cry today 100,000 times.
Page 162.
Tayada benze dewa wambu dene so wa manduru nduru dayam geso. Tayada benze dewa wambu dene so wa manduru nduru dayam geso. Tayada benze dewa wambu dene so wa manduru nduru dayam geso. Tayada benze dewa wa bodeni so wa mandurun durazam geso. Tayada benze dewa wa bodeni so wa mandurun durazam. Then last Buddha's name that multiplies each merit 1,000 times. Not all that, and whatever prayer we have done or whatever prayer we do, that helps to actualize. Chumdende Dejin Java, Dajumba, Yang Daba, Zere, Sanjangwa, Damala, Danje, Java, Java. Chumdende Dejin Java, Dajumba, Yang Daba, Zere, Sanjangwa, Damala, Danje, Java, Java. Chumdende Dejin Java, Dajumba, Yang Daba, Zere, Sanjangwa, Damala, Danje, Java, Java. Due to the blessings of immanent Buddha Sabbath and the unbetrayable dependent arising, and due to my special attitude, may all my pure prayers be succeed immediately. May John say, Jen, Devi, Chelota, Tenden Lua, maybe a Tembadan, Daga, Lasan, Daba, to do Nanda, Mabe, never do you.
Was the Bishi Mangian Joshi Man Tram River? Many Durga Shang Niyana Me, page 172. No so jan shen jang gan ya wei tan sen ya mai wei ngan zu no mo ze cho sung wei le ma nen ro pa la so no je ne ja ne show to su jan xin jan gang ya wei tan zeng ya ma na zu na mo ze cho su ngo wei le ma nen ro a na so no je ne je ne show to so jan xin jan yao tan zhen ye de ma wei quan zhe no po mo ze cho so ngo wei le ma nen ro a ta na so na je so.
Good night, good morning.
Bit